I'm 58 years old, and I need to tell you something before it's too late. Not for me, I only have 6 months left. For you, because for the last 30 years I chose work over them. Every single time, every birthday, every soccer game, every school play, every moment that mattered. I wasn't there, and now with only months left, it's too late to get any of it back. You think you have time. You think your kids will wait. You think you can fix it later. You're wrong. And if you don't listen to what I'm about to tell you, you're going to end up exactly where I am, dying with regrets you can't fix. My name is Michael. The doctors gave me 6 months. By the time summer comes, I'll be dead. And my biggest regret isn't that I'm dying young. It's that I have 3 children, and they're strangers to me, and that's my fault. Let me tell you how I got here. Because if you're working late again tonight, if you're missing another dinner, if you're telling yourself you'll make it up to them later, you need to hear this. 2 months ago, I was sitting in my office working on a presentation. I'd been having stomach pain for weeks, but I ignored it. Too busy, too many deadlines. I told myself I'd see a doctor after this project, after this quarter, after this fiscal year. Then one morning, I couldn't get out of bed. The pain was so bad I couldn't move. My girlfriend, not my wife, not my kids, my girlfriend called an ambulance. And 3 days later, a doctor I'd never met sat across from me and said the words that ended my life. Stage 4. It's in your pancreas and it's spread to your liver. I'm sorry, but there's nothing we can do. 6 months, maybe less. I remember staring at him thinking this had to be a mistake. I'm only 58. I go to the gym. I eat healthy. I take vitamins. 58. I thought I had 20 more years. 30 maybe. I thought I'd retire at 65, fix things with my kids, be the grandfather I never was a father. But time doesn't care about your plans. It doesn't wait for you to be ready. And in that hospital room, everything I thought mattered just evaporated. The promotion I'd been chasing, the deal I was working on, the presentation I'd been obsessing over. None of it mattered. None of it. You know what I thought about? My daughter's 8th birthday. I missed it because I had a client meeting. She cried. My ex-wife called me at the office, and I could hear my daughter sobbing in the background. And I told myself I'd make it up to her next year. I'd throw her a big party. I'd be there. I never did. I never threw that party. And now she's 31 years old, married, with a kid of her own, a little boy I've never met, and we talk maybe twice a year, awkward phone calls where we both pretend we have a relationship, but we don't. Because I wasn't there when it mattered. I have 2 sons. David is 29. Lucas is 26, strong, successful men who built their lives without me. David tried for years to get me to come to his games. He played baseball in high school, made varsity freshman year. He was good, really good, had scouts looking at him. He'd call me before every game. Dad, can you come? It's an important one. And every time I'd say the same thing. I'll try, buddy, I've got this work thing, but I'll try. I never made it to a single game, not one, and eventually he stopped calling. He stopped asking. And by the time he graduated, we barely spoke. Lucas was different. He didn't ask for much. Quiet kid, kept to himself. But he was smart, brilliant, actually. Won a state science competition when he was 16. Built something with robotics. I found out about it 2 weeks later, when his mother mentioned it. I didn't even know he'd entered. I told myself I was working for them, building a future for them, making sure they'd have opportunities I never had. But that was a lie. I was working for me, for my ego, for the validation I got from being successful, from being the guy who closed deals and made partner and got promoted. And now, with the time I have left, my kids don't know me, and I don't really know them. Last month I called David, told him about the diagnosis, asked if we could have dinner. He said yes, but I could hear it in his voice, the hesitation, the obligation. He came because his father has months to live, not because he wanted to see me. We met at a restaurant, sat across from each other like strangers. I tried to talk to him, asked about his life, his job, his wife, and he answered politely, gave me the headlines, but there was no depth, no connection. Because you can't build a relationship in one dinner after missing 30 years. At the end of the meal, I told him I was sorry, for everything, for not being there, for choosing work over him, for missing his games. And you know what he said? He said, "It's okay, Dad. You did what you thought was right, but it's not okay." And I didn't do what was right. I did what was easy. I hid behind work, because being a father was hard. Being present was hard. Showing up was hard. And I took the easy way out. I chose conference calls over conversations, clients over my children, success over my family. My daughter, Sarah, she won't let me meet my grandson. She says it's complicated. says she needs to think about it. But I know what she really means. She means I don't get to waltz in now and play grandfather when I couldn't even manage to be a father. And she's right, I don't deserve to meet him. I don't even know his name. My own grandson. And I don't know his name. Lucas won't return my calls. I've tried. Left messages, sent texts, nothing. Last week I did something I'm not proud of. I drove to Lucas's apartment. Didn't call first. Just drove there and parked across the street. I sat in my car for 2 hours, trying to work up the courage to knock on his door. I watched him come home from work. Watched him walk up the steps carrying groceries. Saw him through the window making dinner. Just living his life. A normal Tuesday evening. And I sat there in my car watching my own son's life through a window like a stranger. I didn't knock. I couldn't. Because what would I even say? Hi, I'm your father. I know I wasn't there for your childhood, but I'm here now because I have 6 months left, and I'm scared of being alone. So I just sat there, watching, and then I drove home. That's what I've become. A man watching his children's lives from the outside. A ghost in their story. Here's what nobody tells you when you're 30, when you're 40, when you're building your career and climbing that ladder. Your kids don't stay kids. They grow up. Fast. Faster than you can imagine. And once that time is gone, it's gone forever. You can't go back and attend those birthday parties. You can't show up to those games. You can't read those bedtime stories. Once those moments pass, they're gone. And your kids, they learn to live without you. They learn that you're not coming, that work is more important, that they're not your priority. And eventually they stop hoping you'll show up. They stop being disappointed. They just accept that this is who you are. An absent father, a stranger who pays the bills but doesn't know their favorite color or their fears or their dreams. I thought I had time. That's what I told myself every time I missed something. I'll be there next time. I'll make it up to them. When things slow down at work, I'll spend more time with them. When I make partner, I'll take a vacation. When I retire, we'll reconnect. But life doesn't work that way. Things don't slow down. There's always another project, another deadline, another promotion to chase. And before you know it, your kids are grown, and you're a stranger to them. And then one day a doctor tells you that you have 6 months, and all that time you thought you had, it never existed. My ex-wife Jennifer, she tried to warn me. For years she begged me to be more present, to come home earlier, to take weekends off, to show up for the kids, and I'd get defensive, tell her I was providing for the family, that my job was important, that she didn't understand the pressure I was under. She understood perfectly. She understood that I was choosing work over family, that I was hiding behind my career, and eventually she left, took the kids, filed for divorce, and I blamed her, told everyone she didn't support my career, that she didn't appreciate how hard I was working. But she was right. She was right about everything. And now she's the one my kids call when they need advice. She's the one who knows their friends and their struggles and their joys. She's the one who was there, and I'm the stranger on the phone. They talked to out of obligation. 3 weeks ago, I wrote letters to each of my kids, apology letters, goodbye letters, pouring out everything I should have said years ago, telling them I love them, that I'm sorry, that they deserved better, that every choice I made to miss their lives was the wrong choice. The letters are sitting on my desk. I read them sometimes, but I haven't sent them because I'm scared. Scared they won't read them. Scared they won't care. Scared that even now at the end, I'll be too late. Maybe I am, but here's what I need you to understand. If you have kids, if you're working late tonight, if you're missing dinner again, if you're telling yourself you'll make it up to them later, stop. Just stop. That meeting doesn't matter. That email doesn't matter. That promotion doesn't matter. Not compared to your kids. Your children won't remember how many deals you closed. They won't remember your job title or your salary, but they'll remember whether you were there. They'll remember if you showed up. They'll remember if you knew them. And if you're not there, they'll remember that too. They'll remember every missed birthday, every broken promise, every time you chose work over them. Those memories don't fade. They shape who your kids become. They define your relationship. And once they're made, you can't unmake them. I have 6 months left, maybe less, and I'd give anything, everything for just one more chance to do it right, to be the father I should have been, to show up, to be present, to know my children, but I don't get that chance. I ran out of time. Don't let that be you. Walk into your kids' room. I don't care if it's late. I don't care if they're asleep. Go in there and just watch them for a minute. Look at them. Really look at them. Because they won't be that age tomorrow. They won't be kids forever. And then tomorrow, when you're thinking about working late, about missing that game or that recital or that dinner, remember me. Remember a 58-year-old man sitting in a car watching his own son through a window because he's too much of a stranger to knock on the door. Remember that I thought I had time, that I thought I'd fix it later, that I thought my kids would wait. They didn't wait. They grew up. And now I'm leaving a world where my own children don't know me. Don't make my mistake. Don't wait until you have 6 months to realize what matters. Because by then, it's too late to fix anything. You just live with the regret, and then you die with it. If this story shook you, share it. Tag someone who's missing their kids' lives right now. Leave a comment and tell me honestly, when's the last time you were really present with your children? Not just in the room, present. Subscribe if you want to hear more confessions like this. From people who ran out of time, people who learned too late, people like me. And then close this app. Put down your phone and go be with your kids. Hug them, ask about their day, listen when they talk. Be there, because I can't do that anymore. I can't walk into my kids' rooms. I can't hug them. I can't ask about their day. But you can, right now, today. Don't wait 6 months. Don't wait 6 days. Do it now, before you become me.